A guy I need more from in the NBA Finals, and it's crazy we're saying this considering the playoff that he's had, the clutch playoff that he's had, what he had in Game 1. But honestly, I need more from Tyrese Haliburton. Okay? He still has these these wide swaths during series where he looks like the best player on the court, and it's not even close. And the next game, it looks like, dude, are you even trying? Like he's got a little too much Ant Edwards in him, where Edwards was someone who you see, hey, in a 6-game series, 2 out of every 6 games, it's like, what's the guy doing? He's not taking shots. He's not involved in the game. What is he really doing? Does he know how to break down the defense? Is he not? And it's a different situation for Haliburton than Edwards, because Haliburton's a guy, look, he has the ball in his hands a little bit more. But, like, that was a big thing. This is why the T-Wolves went home, because SGA is a superstar that gives you everything you need every game. And if he's not impacting a game, if he's having a tough time lighting it up, he's getting to the free throw line, he's getting his teammates involved. This is why the guy's the MVP, right? But Haliburton, I'm done because I need more from him, and I'm done with the Haliburton story of being, what else do you want from him? Because he seems like he's only really motivated when people doubt him or when something happens to spur him on. Like, if you're a true superstar in the NBA, if you're this good, right, and Haliburton clearly has shown he's got the skills to be this good, right? Anthony Edwards has the skills to be this good. Haliburton has the skills to be an all-NBA player. Why is it 2 times in every series you go, wow, they got boat raced in that game? Why? Well, look, Haliburton was 11 points, 3 out of 8 from the field, and he had, 7 assists and 5 rebounds. Why is Haliburton have the game? He has 2 of those games a series. And if you're that good, you have to be able to play a little bit more consistent than that. And I'm not saying every game needs to be where you're 30 and 10 and 10, but there's got to be times where I'm controlling the team and I'm out here leading and I'm doing my damnedest. And if I'm not hitting shots, then it's me setting things up, because I can get my own shots, I can get into the paint, I can get the ball to the right guys, because everybody on the Pacers can hit threes. So there's games where he can do it. He just doesn't. And you need to be more motivated than just, hey, when people say I'm overrated, or look at the Pacers series against the Knicks. There's no bigger example I could tell you that after Game 3, where Haliburton was bad and the Knicks cut that series to 2-1, what did the Pacers do? Hey, your dad's coming back to the game. We're having your dad come back for Game 4. Could have had him come back for Game 3. But it's like the Pacers were saving it, knowing that we may need to motivate Haliburton during a series, which would be a big red flag. Shouldn't have to motivate a guy. You could have had him come back for Game 3, but no. He had a really bad Game 3. We're down 2-1. We got to motivate. And what happens? Haliburton comes back in Game 4, and he has one of the best games of his NBA career. Like, that should be all that tells you about Haliburton, is that, dude, you have to find some way to be this motivated, be this version of yourself every time you step on the floor, especially when you get to the NBA Finals, the conference finals. It can't just be, hey, a couple of times, just don't know what happened in that game. That's why guys like Ant Edwards are home.
Well, but on the plus side, for him, up until about 2 weeks ago, nobody expected any of this. Right? With Ant Edwards, he was coronated. Right? You might as well have had the SI cover like they had for LeBron all those years ago, where he then decided to start calling himself the king and adopted it and whatever. But for Anthony Edwards, like, I played good enough defense. I did this, I did that, right? Those were his comebacks in media sessions. But expectations, heavy is the head who wears the crown, or that people are trying to shove it on his head. With Tyrese Haliburton, he was just a guy on a pretty good team. Flashed every once in a while, but clearly has a penchant for last-minute shots. Right now, 13 of 16, because that last one didn't count. But it's the kind of thing that we want. Look at his numbers. He's not a volume guy, right? He shot 13.8 shots per game this year. You're talking about the depth of what Indiana is, where he can take over at times, even from an assist perspective. You're looking at a guy 9.2. 10.9 a year ago. That's the career high. 10.4 distributing. Well, he was 14, 10, and 6 in the first game. Makes the big shot. Mm-hmm. But we don't talk about the rest of that game because he makes the big shot. Right? 14, 10, and 6 is a pretty damn good stat line. Yeah. Right? Jason Kidd, your next head coach, is the guy that he's
not scoring 14. Jason Kidd was 10, and 10.
Well,
10,
but I'm looking for balance, because I'll take those 4 off there, I'll put it over the assist column, and now I got 10, 10, 10, okay? But it's just the idea that he's not been the guy that we've been trying to crown, and now all of a sudden we are. It's like we're chasing him down because we can't give it to Anthony Edwards. Just let him be. Let him be. He doesn't have to be that guy.
Everybody's got to find a way to bring more to the party, and it's got to be, if you're that
It's
great,
Obi Toppin.
it's got to be that good.